The Indian Pueblo Culture Center presents Pueblo in Focus. Join us for Pueblo Talk, food, history, art, and more. Hosted by Jeremy Filippi from Acoma and Jemez Pueblos. Experience Pueblo, experience history. We are New Mexico. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and Meta.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Pueblo in Focus podcast. I'm Jeremy Filippi, and today we're going to be talking about the Native American Art Show here at the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center. And we're going to be actually talking to a couple of the artists who put some of their artwork in the show. So they're really cute. They're little kids, and they talk about the designs that they made. But we're sitting in front of the art show now, so you can see some of the artwork, but we'll show some of the artwork as well while we're doing the podcast today. And with me also is Sonny Olguin. Sonny, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Makuam hino mopiwan heremba that I from Thupasum, Shewif 30 Dawam Tethum Hainov, University of New Mexico, Tenapiwe. Good morning. My name is Sonny Olguin. I'm from the Pueblo of Isleta. I'm the Curatorial Assistant here at the Indian Pueblo Culture Center.
So talk about the Native American Art Show. What is the Native American Art Show?
So the Native American Student Art Show, known as NASA's, was first started in 1979, shortly after the Culture Center was founded. During that year, the center hosted a membership party for members of IPCC, visitors, and so forth. And so during this event that they had in October of that year, they had a poster contest for the youth that attended this event. And they had, I believe, door prizes for, the students who participated. And after that, initial years when they started this poster contest for youth to express Pueblo culture with their posters, and eventually that led into the founding of this Native American Student Art Show, where students across New Mexico enter in artworks to this show.
That's really cool. I didn't know the history behind it. I didn't know it started as a poster contest. So it's kind of cool. Like most things, they start off small and they grow. And you actually were, you entered a piece back in your elementary school days into the contest.
Yeah. So I forget what year I did it. I was either in the second or third grade. And my art teacher at Isleta Elementary, she had our class submit entries into that year's student art show. I do not remember the theme of that year, but I remember my class, we had all submitted artworks of Pueblo dances. Mm-hmm. And a lot of my classmates entered in, dances, from Isleta and so forth. But for me, I really don't remember that theme, but it was something like, how do you envision Pueblo culture in the future, or your community, or something like that. And so what I depicted was a buffalo and deer dance in front of our St. Augustine Church. And one interesting fact is that Isleta doesn't have a deer or buffalo dance currently, but maybe historically we did at one point. But that's what I drew, because I envisioned that, maybe one day we might have a deer or buffalo dance like the other Pueblos do. And so that's what I did for my submission that year.
That's pretty cool. So if you're listening, Isleta officials, Sonny's going to start up a dance group, and he's going to start dancing the buffalo and deer dance because he wanted it as a kid. I'm just kidding. That's pretty cool. That's pretty creative that you had that idea at such a young age. Like you wanted to see this, and so you kind of just drew it. Yeah. And so that's pretty cool. Do you still have the artwork?
I do. I do not know where it's at, but I do have it still. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this year's art show. What is this year's theme?
So for this year's 45th annual Native American Student Art Show, it's Planning Our Future Homes. And so this year, our student art show, the theme was thought about in correspondence with two exhibitions that we had, or one of them is currently still up. But one of them was Restoring Our Heart Places, Contemporary Pueblo Architecture. Mm-hmm. And so this exhibition was focused on, Pueblo architecture from, the different stages in history, from, first Pueblo architecture in Chaco, Canyon, early to present day, and all these different examples of how Pueblo communities are, expressing architecture, different ways in their communities. And so, we thought that the art show this year should reflect, that powerful theme. And so we came up with a number of prompts to help guide students to, submitting artworks that reflected the theme. And so some of those were like, how do you envision your community looking like in the future? Or if you were a tribal housing director, how would you design tribal housing? Is there a building in your community that's needed, and what would that space look like? And so I believe, this show is planting seeds for the future, and it's, instilling ideas in youth, to help them start thinking about how they're going to be contributing tribal members to their communities. And so I kind of want, to express that notion across with this art show, to kind of help the youth keep thinking about what they want to do in the future. And so I hope that this student art show and the theme for this year kind of does that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the kids followed that theme, and it's interesting to hear the theme and then see what these students come up with, because they do drawings, they do art and clay work, they do so many different things. So it's pretty cool, the ideas that they came up with. I think it's another great showing this year.
Yeah, I do too.
So whole classes, like yours did, they contribute artwork as well too, right? That's something for the school, like that they contribute as well.
Yeah. One thing that's different is usually NASA's, we accept any and all submissions. What's different about this year is we limited the number of submissions just because we wanted to kind of, elevate the show in a way, kind of make it a competition, kind of the way it started, and to kind of give students the opportunity to put their best work forth into the show. And so I'm hoping that going forward, we keep that same, I want to say, level maybe?
Yeah, that level of...
Yes.
Set the bar.
Yes. Because I think it's very important that, the students recognize this art show as being, possibly like a first entry into a art show. Hopefully one day, if they stick with art, they might, enter in something like the Santa Fe Indian Market. Yeah. And so this is kind of like entering them into that that experience, I guess you could say.
And what's pretty cool too is that people or the artists that contribute their work, they can sell it as well too, right?
Yeah, so starting early back in 1979, students did offer their artworks for sale, their posters. And so from that point on, it has always been open, for students to sell their artworks, and 100% of the proceeds do go to the students. So it's a good experience for them to get the feeling of, making artwork, selling it, and hopefully, making a life out of it, like, maybe their parents do.
Yeah, that's cool. That's an awesome incentive, because there's a prize for winning as well, right? But there's also the benefit of, like, if you sell your artwork, you get that money as well. So
yeah.
Okay, so this is the 40th annual Native American Student Art Show. That's pretty cool that it's been going on for 45 years. Talk about the significance of being able to hold on to this show for that many years.
Yes. So like you said, this has been going on for 45 years. And I believe the significance started early on with the foundation of this show. And so I truly believe, the reason that they created this art show was that they realized that the future of Native art representation lies within the future of the youth. Mm-hmm. And that has always existed within Pueblo culture, because we've always created things to use. And eventually those things became arts, works of arts. And so some people make those works of art for use. Some people make them for monetary value to make a living. Mm-hmm. And so when they started this show, they recognized that for Native art to continue into the future, it had to be continued by the youth. And so one of the ways to inspire the youth to take on, that pathway is to inspire them with this art show. And so every year, this art show comes up with a unique theme to reflect current times. I know that in the past, we've had a student art show on COVID, on celebrating pollinators, water is life, missing and murdered Indigenous women and children. And so, this art show has provided a voice and a vision for the youth to express to, the rest of us. And I think that, in times, we generally don't give the youth the opportunity to reflect their vision and their voices. And so this is just one way that they can. And I think that for the center and for, all the Native communities, we should realize how important this show is, and continue to realize it, because it's a great opportunity for students to, get their voices out there and their visions. And I feel like the more we go into into the future with, social media and electronics and whatnot, there's less of a way for students to express visually, I feel like, in arts. And so I feel like this show is a great way to continue that.
And one of the cool things too is that a lot of these artists that submit their work, a lot of their parents and aunties and uncles were artists too as well. So they kind of show them their techniques and stuff like that too. So it's kind of cool, like you said, continuing that artwork, continuing that tradition, the family tradition of, maybe your family comes from a family of potters or jewelers or whatever. And you see that in a lot of the artwork. A lot of the kids will submit stuff that they learned from their parents. So that's pretty cool. So like I said, we talked to some of the artists who submitted their work into the show, and let's go ahead and go to those interviews now. We're here at the Native American Art Show, and we're talking with one of our young artists. This is, introduce yourself.
Yate Shay Callie Howard and Shed Torishi National Total Kosha Bashin Kiani Dasha Chamber Lagana Dashanella. Hello, my name is Callie, and I'm also the current junior Miss NACA of 25 to 2026, and this is my artwork right here.
And where do you go to school at?
I go to NACA, Native American Community Academy.
And what grade are you in?
I am in the 7th grade.
Okay, so you have an award-winning piece. Tell us about this piece. Where'd you come up with the idea, and just to kind of describe it for us?
Okay, so I kind of thought of this artwork because usually I'm into ceremonies. We have ceremonies in the Hogan, and they're the Way of Beauty ceremonies. Mm-hmm. And I thought I should do the translation of the words in the Hogan. And I also did a mixed media, so I did clay, and then I put some glue on top of it to seal it. And then I did also a piece of fabric right there in the middle for the doorway. Mm-hmm. And then I also used different paintings, and then I used watercolors and Sharpies. And yes.
It came out really, really good. Are you happy with how it came out?
I'm very happy.
I bet it took a lot of time. How much time did it take for you to do this?
It took about 3 or 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Yes, in class time.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Cool. Anything else you want to talk about? You won an award. Are you happy you won an award?
I'm very happy. I'm very surprised because I also did come here a little late, but that's okay. I still came here and showed up.
Anything else you want to tell people about this piece? Anything more that you want to talk about?
Something I want to talk about is you can mix stuff together. You can put ceremonies, because usually I do the stars for the skies, because in the ceremonies usually kind of look up to the sky and listen to the spirits. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So we're here talking with another one of our young artists. Go ahead and introduce yourself. What is your name? How old are you? And where do you go to school?
I'm Eliana Hidalgo. I am 13 years old, and I go to Hoover Middle School.
Cool. And so this is your art piece, right? Tell us about this art piece that you made.
Well, our thing was draw a Pueblo housing, so I decided to draw one where I'm from, basically, and all the houses that I usually see, and I just want to put a cool background behind it also.
What should people kind of take away from this art piece? Does it just remind you of home?
Kind of. I kind of just wanted to draw it because I thought it looked very interesting and cool, and what I thought of when I usually think of a Pueblo housing is what I usually come up to mind.
Cool. Well, thank you for talking to us and talking about your art piece. What is your name?
Jalea,
And how old are you?
9 years old.
And where do you go to school?
Santo Domingo?
Okay. And so this is your art piece, right?
Yes.
So tell us about this art piece. What is it?
This is supposed to be an oven, and I decorate it with a lot of details. It's an oven you can bake bread in it.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you like stuff that comes out of it? Do you like the bread and stuff?
I like the bread
Why do you like the bread?
because it's soft.
It's very tasty, huh? Well, congratulations. This is very cool, and you should be very proud of your artwork.
Thank you.
What is your name, and how old are you?
My name's Chloe, and I'm 12 years old.
And what school do you go to?
I go to Hoover Middle School.
Cool. And what tribe are you from?
I'm Navajo.
Cool. So this is your art piece. Tell us about this art piece that you came up with.
It's a hogan. I got inspiration from my grandma's house. I love when it's nighttime, so I wanted to do a night scenery.
So this is Grandma's house.
Yeah.
What memories do you have of being at Grandma's house?
Memories I have is being with my family and family time.
Do the sheep have names?
No.
I think you should give your sheep's name.
Maybe thing 1 and thing 2 and thing 3.
And how long did it take you to do this piece?
It took me a night.
Oh, wow, just one night to do this?
Yeah.
Wow, you're really good. Anything else you want to talk about this beautiful piece of artwork?
I don't think so.
Did you have fun doing it?
Yes.
What was the funnest part about doing this?
Funnest part about doing this is bringing back the memories I had at my grandma's house.
And you won an award too, so that's got to be pretty cool.
Yes.
Are you happy you won an award?
Yes.
All right, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
What is your name and how old are you?
My name is Evie Lacey,
And what tribal affiliation are you?
Navajo.
Cool. So this is your art piece, the award-winning art piece. What is this art piece? Does it have a name?
The Four Houses.
And what is the meaning behind the art piece?
So there's a poster at our school, and like my art teacher, Miss DeBlasi, she showed me a picture, and I just wanted to do 4 of them, like cultural houses.
Oh, so can you go ahead and describe them? Because I think I see the 4 different houses, but can you describe the 4 different houses?
A teepee, chickadee, I'm pretty sure, an igloo, and a hogan.
What makes you the most proud about like the art piece? What kind of like stands out to you, or what are you proud of?
That they're like mostly cultural houses, and you don't really get to see them as much anymore.
Cool. Anything else you want to talk about this art piece?
No.
Okay, Sonny, give us some specific dates when people can come and check out the Native American Art Show. When does it end? Stuff like that.
So the 45th annual NASA's opened November 22nd of this year, and it's going to be on view through next year, February 1st of 2026.
Cool. Thank you, Sonny. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I know it was like pulling teeth trying to get you on camera, but you did it. You powered through.
Yes, and it was fun.
Thank you. And everyone come check out the Native American Student Art Show. It's really worth checking out.
Thank you for listening to the Pueblo in Focus podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe.